Morning, everybody. Chris Allen, right here on a Monday, February 12th, on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. All sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. By the way, I'm going to be at the Ace Hardware store on Louisville Road tomorrow from 10 till what, noon? Or is it 11 to 1? I have to double check. 11 to 1? Lunchtime. I'll be there for the Valentine's Day sale. We've got bundles of roses, flowers paired with Hallmark cards, Vera Bradley blankets, case knives, case knives with flowers for those who want that. Like the guys. Sometimes the guys want flowers, especially if you throw a case knife, and there's special bundled prices for those. Ace Hardware tomorrow around midday at the Louisville Road Ace Hardware Marketplace. So I'll be there tomorrow, broadcasting live and doing. All right. Well, tomorrow we may wake up to some snow. It is a possibility. Right now, things are pretty quiet as I look outside, and we all look outside from my home camera here in Plano. Look, it is live because there's a truck down the street. And as you can see, to the west, it is clear this morning. But to the east, pardon me, to the east, there are clouds. And if you live along and east of ice, there will be clouds for your morning and much of the day. But those that live west of State 65 are more likely to see some sun through the clouds. There will still be clouds, but at least you'll see a little bit of sun breaking through from time to time. So we're see that kind of be the case today. And as far as any precipitation, that's going to move in. And here's the setup. We've got a pretty good setup here for the possibility of not only just rain, but also. So let's take a look. First of all, we have all of these winter weather advisories that are in effect. I'll let you read what it says. Rain expected to quickly change over to wet snow tonight. It's going to be a heavy wet snow. Accumulations up to 4 inches in some areas. Now, in a moment, I'm going to show you a graphic that will break down who is most likely to get up to 4 inches of snow. This is not everybody. And just because you're under the winter weather advisory doesn't guarantee you're going to get 4 inches of snow. It's going to be very localized, as it says here, right there. Localized. Okay. So the winter weather advisory for us starts at 6 o'clock tonight and goes until 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. Slippery road conditions, hazardous, travel Tuesday morning, I would say, even late tonight. Uh, we're looking at a narrow band of heavy snow to develop. Uh, at this time, very difficult to determine where the band will set up. So that's what I want you to focus on. It's not that everybody under the advisory is going to get 4 inches of snow. That's not going to happen. This is going to be closer to the Ohio River. It's where it's more likely to be an issue. And Bowling Green, Warren County, and much of southern Kentucky is not under that advisory, although it's possible that we could, based on any shift further south of this system. But there you see all the purple shaded counties is the winter weather advisory. Nothing going on. We're not going to see anything until this afternoon. It is going to be dry this morning and for much of the day. And then as this trough begins to move in, that's when this rain will begin to cross into the area. But you see back into Arkansas, into Oklahoma, parts of Missouri, it has changed over to snow. So it's going to be rain first and then snow. And all of that is coming our direction. It's going northeast. So that's where we think the better dynamics will be set up for snow to occur once we get below freezing. And we're going to be just enough below freezing tonight to make that rain change over to snow. So that's the setup. Let me show you satellite real quick so you get a an idea of what I'm talking about with the clouds, who has the clouds and who does not. And there you go. Along pretty much along and east of 65, it is cloudy, low clouds. West of us, it is partly cloudy. There are still some clouds in there, and clouds will start to spill back in. So whatever, clear sky that you see for a little bit this morning or any kind of sun that breaks through, it's not going to last. It's going to go away as we continue through the day. So that's the way we're seeing it right now. And of course, this bears keeping an eye on it as we go through the day. There will be better rain, and some of the rain is going to be heavy as it comes in this evening or this afternoon. And then the changeover probably for most will not take place until later tonight. Let me show you what the Weather Service and the breakdown of this system is going to look for us. And these are their graphics. And I agree with everything that's showing up here. It is quite complex, contains a lot of uncertainty. So that's why the winter weather advisory is as widespread as it is, because they don't even know exactly where the higher amounts of snow are going to be. But they are confident rain will quickly change over to snow late this evening, early tomorrow morning. Highest threat of greatest accumulations is in the bluegrass portions of central Kentucky, including Lexington Metro, Frankfort, those areas. Snowfall amounts of 1 to 3, localized amounts up to 4 in the advisory area, but we're going to be closer to the 1. So I would disregard the rest of this. Small snowfall amounts of 1, maybe. Locally intense snow may fall in areas, and the rates could be a half inch or an hour. Or it's going to come down pretty good. Let's just put it that way. Heaviest snowfall. I can't even talk this morning. Snowfall will be from late this evening to pre-dawn hours on Tuesday. So this is more likely to affect the morning drive tomorrow and not so much tonight. Rain changing to snow. I showed you the advisory area does not include Bowling Green or southern Kentucky, but this could be extended further south. It's a possibility. Period of the heaviest snow, 10 o'clock, well, 9 for us, to about 3 a.m. tomorrow. Slick and hazardous roads, including the commute tomorrow morning. Now, here's a breakdown of accumulation. Um, all of this is conditional. Chance of measurable snow. If you want to know chances, the highest is over toward I-75, Richmond. That's a little bit further south than it was earlier. Earlier, it was up toward Lexington and Frankfort, but it's kind of moved down further south. E-Town, about 60%. Campbellsville, 80, almost 90%. 60%, almost 70% here in Bowling Green, parts of southern Kentucky, but that's percentages. That doesn't tell you how much snow you're going to get. Remember, I've always said percentages is about coverage. It's not about amount. So understand that's what it is. Keep that in mind. Chance of at least an inch of snow here in Bowling Green, 25% maybe, about 50% Campbellsville, 30, almost 40% E Town. Again, coverage. The best coverage is going to be there in the central bluegrass. All right. But again, we're talking about percentages. We're talking about coverage and not amount. At least in this case, what are the chances of at least an inch of snow? For us, 26%. Not much. Snow accumulation probabilities. The percentages go down even more when you're talking about 2 inches of snow. Again, the better chance, central bluegrass, Frankfort, Lexington, Richmond, I-75, I-64. At least 4 inches of snow. Look how small that coverage is. This is why I plead with you on a regular basis to not go for the higher amount when they say we could see 1 to 4 or we could see 2 to 4. Everybody then goes around and tells everybody else, hey, we could get 4 inches of snow. You forget the lower end of everything and you go with the 4. But look, this is the only area that's looking at the possibility of 4 inches of snow in those same areas. Not here, barely there in Bowling Green. Okay. So rain changes to snow tonight in these areas and Bowling Green, but we're not under the winter weather advisories. Accumulations are likely. It's going to be a fast moving system. It's not going to linger. It's going to be wet, and we're going to get above freezing tomorrow. So the only time that there's going to be a problem would be in the morning when we're still close to freezing or just under freezing, and then everything will melt away. The most likely location of snow has shifted south. I said that. And by south, I mean more Lexington, Richmond, and this area, the bluegrass, not south to Bowling Green. Uh, the next update would be mid afternoon. Okay. So, you know all about all this, about paying attention and just not getting, not getting in trouble when you're out driving. Is there going to be a travel problem here? It all depends on your expertise and your confidence in how you drive. I can't tell you that, but I do think that early tomorrow morning there will be enough wet, slushy snow on the roads. Even though the road temperatures are not going to be all that cold, it will be enough with the heavy snow that's going to overcome any kind of melting that would take place until maybe mid to late morning, and then things may improve after that. Okay. So that's the breakdown. So let's look at temperatures, the Kentucky network, how they are now and what they will be. As you can see, there is colder air to the north of us, but there's no precipitation. And the colder air up here is because of what you saw on the satellite view. The skies are clear or mostly clear. So that has allowed temperatures to fall into the 30s along the Ohio River this morning. And that is going to establish the foundation of colder air that will take over when the moisture arrives. It may start as rain, but then it's going to change over to snow. While we here in southern Kentucky are starting out in the 40s, even almost 50 this morning. And we're only going to get as warm as, say, 50, 51, 52 today as the rain begins to pull in this afternoon. So it's going to take a little longer for us to change over to snow. So just understand that. Okay. It's not going to be one of these things where you're at work in the middle of the day and then it starts snowing. You're like, what? I need to get home. It's not going to be that. This is not going to happen until very late tonight, very early tomorrow morning before you go back to work. So there you go. You should be good to go today. Not a temperatures coming up. Here we look at the model blender, and you can see that we're going to go 51, 52 today, maybe. Same thing tomorrow, but that's after going to what it shows here 31, just 1 degree. Well, right here, 1 degree below freezing. Maybe 30, maybe even 29. It depends on how much what we call evaporative cooling takes place. And that's when raindrops come down, and as they fall, they release a little bit of heat, and that makes it colder, so it changes to snow. And if our temperatures are close to freezing, that may make it, instead of 31, it may make it 30 or even 29. I'm going with 29. And at that temperature, you're going to get snow here in the lower layers. So we'll go 29, then back to 50 or 51 tomorrow. Then we warm back up, upper 50s to around 60. Another shot of colder air comes in Friday and Saturday, but still not bad. The coldest day that we're going to see is Saturday, this coming Saturday. After that, we warm back into the 50s, maybe even close to 60 next week. And that's pretty much in line with where we should be. The average high this time of the year is 50. Okay. 50 degrees. Yesterday we hit 55, so we were 5 degrees above average. Today will be maybe 2 degrees above average, but then we're going to be back to where we should be by this time. Well, by tomorrow afternoon. We won't in the morning. In the morning, it will still be cold enough for maybe some snow showers left over. But again, this is going to move through very quickly. It's not going to have time to do a lot of, or have a lot of impact here. It's in those places closer to the bluegrass, closer to the Ohio River. That's where there's going to be impact with this system. I don't think it's going to be so much of a big deal here in Southern Kentucky. Yeah, you may look out and see snow around and things like that, but it's not going to last. It's going to melt very quickly. All right. How about the maps? You can watch this system come in. Here we go. Go day by day, hour by hour. You see approaching showers to the west of us coming in later this morning. Then by mid afternoon, here comes that 4 point system. At 1,000 millibars, that low pressure system will continue to deepen as it moves through. See, there it is, 997. It's getting stronger as it moves through central Kentucky, and it's right in there where we're expecting the heaviest rain and then the heaviest snow. And you can see the changeover taking place by 6, 7 o'clock this evening back to the west. Overnight, here we go, right there. And you can see the low deepens to 991 millibars. And there's the heavier stripe of snow right there. Central bluegrass further south. Us, a mix over to some slushy, wet snow. And then it's gone by early tomorrow morning, and the sun's going to come back out tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow, tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. Anyway, here's Wednesday. High pressure builds back in, but there's another little system, little clipper almost that tries to work in here, but it's not going to be a big deal. This is Wednesday afternoon into Thursday. There's another clipper that tries to work in. That one may produce a few sprinkles, but not a big deal. Friday, and remember, we're all in the 50s here, close to 60 again. High pressure in control on Friday. Now I show you the rain that's coming in for Saturday. And any wintry stuff stays north of us where the colder air is. On Saturday will be, yes, colder, highs only in the 40s. That's that coldest day out of the next 10 that I showed you on the model blender. But then by Saturday, Sunday, it's out of here. Monday, a week from today, high pressure looking good. All right. So, yes, we're going to have some snow. Yes, we're going to deal with maybe a small impact of, some slushy snow in the morning. This will probably have an effect on schools to wait and see. But with a wet, slushy snow and with us getting above freezing pretty quickly tomorrow, um, you know, as soon as maybe 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, there may be problems for when the buses run in the morning, or they may have to, run a couple hours late. I would say that's probably the greatest impact that we'll have. Other than that, by tomorrow afternoon, you won't know that it even snowed. It's going to be kind of that way. All right. So, my suggestion to you, and it will always from here on out be my suggestion, is to download the News 40 weather app right there. So you can see everything that you want to see, current conditions, forecast, radar, all of it is right there on your phone, and it's free. That's showing you current conditions. I know it's out of focus. There we go. Radar, you just hit that. Wait a minute. There's the radar. And you can look at this. You can move it around. Oh, where's it raining now? Oh, it may be raining west of us. No, it may be raining south of us. No, not yet. Nothing's coming in yet. And then you can get this thing to follow you around, set up your locations wherever you want. Oh, here's the rain. Look at that. Down Birmingham way, Montgomery, Alabama, thunderstorms, see the lightning strikes. Yeah. And you set up alerts for wherever you want. Home, work, school, travel, destinations, and it will follow you and send you alerts wherever you are. Download it now. It's in Google Play if you have an Android phone, or it's in the App Store if you have an iPhone. And you could go in there and just play with this thing and set it up so it will send you a notification right there on your phone. It will ping your phone when there's lightning that's close by, there's a warning. When there's some kind of severe weather, you'll be notified as fast as we're notified at the TV station or the radio station. Just search for WNKY weather. All right, you guys, have a great day. God bless you. I'll update you again tomorrow morning right here. And of course tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on News 40 WNKY, because local matters. In the meantime, God bless you. Have a great day.